welcome everybody. Now, as I've said on last turn, our new upcoming playlist, Learn Java through Maths, Learn Maths through Java, already exclusive stuff like the class notes, exercises, assignments, detailed solution of the assignments, everything has been uploaded on our Patreon page for the exclusive benefit of our patrons. And the video we are recording is going on right now. Very soon the video will be premiered on YouTube and the part 2 will be uploaded on the Vimeo. So all this I have discussed on the last one itself. Meanwhile, there is a lot of demand, lot of requests I am receiving. The students want detailed solutions of Asit Das Gupta ICSE Mathematics. So this is a quick video. I thought of taking up this exercise, exercise number this 1A, expansions of the powers of binomials and trinomials, because a lot of students are requesting it, and simultaneously we are also working on that video, Learn Java through Maths, Learn Maths through Java. Now let me tell you that as far as expansions chapter is concerned, we have previously uploaded detailed videos of the concise mathematics. In case you have not seen those videos, you may go through them. Concise mathematics expansions. The link I will give you in the description box as well as in the I button, and in one video I have summarized all the expansions that you require. So that is the basic. You must know all the expansions, then it will be easier for you. In case you do not know the expansion, then the summary that I have provided a list of all the expansions. Please go through it. It will be very helpful. So now coming to this textbook, Asit Das Gupta, expansion of the powers of binomials and trinomials. Now let us go through let us solve the questions of exercise number 1A. Before we start solving the problems of this exercise, now I would like to discuss about this example number 17B. Now this example 17B you will find on page number, it is given on page number A8. Question is given till A9. Okay, so A8, A9 you will find this example 17B. Now there is a slight typing error, there is a printing mistake, that is why I am taking up this question. So let us see how you can solve it. So 5.94, so this you can write like this, let us take it like this, 6.00 minus 0.06, isn't it? Square we have to find. So this you can compare with the expansion A minus B whole square. Okay, so what is A minus B whole square? A minus B whole square is equal to A square minus 2AB plus B square. So here if you compare, then this 6 you can imagine as A and this 0.06 you can imagine as B. So it is A minus B whole square. So how you will do it? Making use of this expansion. So it will be like this. This 6 square minus 2 times 6. 6.00 I am writing like this. 6 multiplied by 0.06 plus 0.06 whole square, like this, or you can write it 0.06. It will be clear, it will be more clear to you if you write it 0.06. Here I have not written 0.00 because anyway this is integer. So 6 square will be 36 minus 6 into 2 12, 12 into 6 is 72, and you will place decimal like this, plus 6 square is 36 and 1 2 3 4, so decimal you will place like this. I think till this point they have done correctly in the book. After this they have made a typing error. So 36, this will be 36.0036 minus 0.72. So do it like this, 36.0036 minus 0.72. So you will get, I am adding here these zeros from my side, it doesn't make any difference. So it will be 3 6 10 and 2 8 9 and 7 2 3 5. So this will be your answer, isn't it? But in the textbook, what they have written, let me check. So in the textbook, on page number A9 you can see, so 36 they have done correctly, minus 0.72 they have done correctly, and plus 0.0036, that is also they have done correctly. But after doing the solving this algebraic signs, what they are writing, the answer they are giving like this: 36.7236. How it is possible, I do not know. Okay, so this is a typing error here in this question. The correct answer will be 35.2836. This is 5 in case, okay, like this. So now the next three questions, the first three questions, okay, it is question number 1, question number 2 and question number 3. So for the first three questions, they are very simple. They are directly based on the expansions a plus b whole square. So a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. And if you are having minus sign, so suppose you are having, here only I am making changes, if it is plus or it is minus, then a square and plus b square, there will not be any change, but for this term, middle term, you will get minus. So if it is a minus b whole square, it will be a square minus 2ab plus b square. So now in these questions, question number 1, 2, 3, what you have to do is you have to find these values: a square, b square, 2ab, and depending on the algebraic sign here, if it is plus, you have to write plus 2ab, that is you have to find the addition of these three terms: a square, 2ab, b square. And here if you are having minus sign, then you have to make the algebraic addition of a square minus 2ab and b square. So what I have done is I have already solved these questions for you. In case you are finding trouble, then you will see in the slide, I will show you a slide wherein I have calculated the values of a square, b square and 2ab, and accordingly you can do it. Just see the slide, the same thing you have to do. It will be better if you do it yourself, otherwise you can take help of that slide and do it. So now let us move on to the next question. That is question number 4. Okay, so question number 4 is again, this is also directly based on the expansion. Directly it is formula punching. So suppose you are having this a plus b whole square, okay, and then your signs in the two brackets, they are different. So if this is plus, here you may have minus, or if this is plus, this can be minus. That is, these two signs are different, and here you may try to find the addition like this, or you may try to find the difference like this. So in the first case, if you expand, if you open the bracket, by expansion we mean open the bracket, okay. There is a reverse process also, which is called as insertion of bracket. But here what we are trying to do is, we are going to open the bracket, that is we are going to remove the bracket. So we are calling it expansion. So this, as you know, it will be a square plus 2ab plus b square. Then here you are having plus sign, and this will be a square minus 2ab plus b square. So if you solve it, then this 2ab will cancel out, and you will be having 2 times of a square plus 2 times of b square. Now you can insert bracket. As I was saying, there is also a process called insertion of bracket. So here we can insert bracket. If you want to insert bracket, then this 2 you can take out. Insert a bracket like this, it will be a square plus b square, okay. So that means you should remember this thing. I am directly writing over here, this will be 2 times of a square plus b square. Now for this thing, again open the brackets, that is remove the bracket, a square plus 2ab plus b square, then you are having a minus sign, so put minus sign, and here it will be a square minus 2ab plus b square. So see, I have not removed bracket here because you are having minus sign, then you may make the errors due to sign, which is very common in beginners. With a beginner student, they commonly make mistakes of sign. So I am not removing the brackets here. In the next step, I will remove the bracket. A square plus 2ab plus b square. Now it will be minus a square. In fact, when you are having a bracket like this, you can imagine that there is a number 1. So minus 1 multiplied by a square, you will get minus a square. Then minus 1 multiplied by this minus. Minus and minus, you will get here plus. So this will be 2ab, and this minus and this plus. Minus 1 multiplied by b square will be b square. Okay, so this is how you are changing the sign. In simple words, we change signs. But why do we change sign? Because we can imagine a number 1 here. So now this a square you can cancel, this b square you can cancel, and you will be left with 4ab. So here directly you can write 4ab. So this will be 4ab. 4ab means that 4 multiplied by a multiplied by b. Okay, there is a multiplication sign here. So now this means that if the algebraic signs inside bracket are different, you can see here the algebraic signs are different. You may have here minus and here plus, it doesn't make any difference. The only point to note is that within the bracket the algebraic signs are different. And if you carry out addition, then you will get 2 times of a square plus b square. If you find out difference, it will be 4ab. So in the fourth question, what you have to do is, they have given some equation, some expression. For example, here fourth a part, they have given 3x plus 5y whole square plus 3x minus 5y whole square. So you can see that inside bracket the signs are different, and then you are having a plus sign. So that means what you have to calculate is 2 times of a square plus b square. So what is a? A is this term 3x. What is b? It is this term 5y. This is b. So that means if you want to solve it, you have to calculate 2 times of a square plus b square. Similarly, if the sign is negative here, then you have to calculate 4 times of ab. Okay. Let us move on to the next question. Okay, this has been given in the question. We have to find the value of a square plus 1 upon a square, and then a raised to power 4 plus 1 upon a raised to power 4. So how we can do it? So this you can square on both sides. That is, you can find square of a plus 1 upon a as well as 2 square. So squaring both sides, you will get like this. This will be equal to 2 square. Okay. So again here you can make use of the expansion a plus b whole square. So this is your first term and this is your second term. So it will be, if you make use of expansion, a square plus 2 times a 1 upon a plus square of this. If you find a square of this, it will be 1 upon a square, isn't it? Square of 1 is 1 only, and a square. This will be equal to 2 square is 4. So now if you simplify, you will get a square plus 1 upon a square. This will be equal to 4. This 2 if you transfer from left hand side to right hand side, it will be minus. So it will be a square plus 1 upon a square will be equal to 2. Okay. So now let me write it here. Where is the duster? Okay. So this will be equal to 2. Now what you can do is, again you can take squaring both sides of this equation. Here you are seeing a new equation. Okay. So again square it, make use of the expansion a square plus 2ab plus b square. So here only I am writing square and this square. So a square will be equal to, the index this time will be 4 plus 2 into a square like this plus 1 upon, this time the index will be a raised to power, here you will see 4. This is equal to 2 square is 4. Okay, so here you can cancel these terms. You will get a raised to power 4 plus 1 upon a raised to power 4. Again these two if you transfer from left to right hand side, you will get 4 minus 2, that is 2. So this also, for this part also you will get answer 2. Similarly, you have to do the sixth question. Question number 5th and 6th, they are very similar. Only difference is that in question number 6 you will be having here a minus sign. So now let us do it like this, or let me do it separately. Okay, here let us do question number 6. X square plus 1 upon x square. So this is similar to question number 5 itself. And then in the second part we have to find x is to power 4 plus 1 upon x is to power 4. Okay, so this time if you take square on both sides, you have to make use of the expansion a minus b whole square. This is first term, this is second term. So you will get x square minus 2 times x into 1 upon x plus 1 upon x square, and 3 square is 9. So this x will cancel, x square x square plus 1 upon x square will be equal to 9. If you transfer 2 from left to right, you will get plus, so it will be 11. So here you can write 11. Now again you can take square of this equation. This we have determined just now, x square plus 1 upon x square is equal to 11. So let us find the square. Take square on both sides. So this term will be x is to power 4 plus 2 into x square 1 upon x square plus this will be 1 upon, index will be 4, and 11 square is 121. Okay, this square you will cancel, and this 2 if you transfer from left to right, it will be minus. So x is to power 4 plus 1 upon x is to power 4 will be 121 minus 2 equal to 119. Okay, so like this you can do. So this is question number 7. X plus y equal to 7, x minus y equal to 3. We have to find x into y, and we have to find x square plus y square. So we can do it in there are two ways, there are two methods how you can do it. So one is that what you can do is that as we solve linear equation, we can straight away find the sum of these two equations. You will get 2x is equal to 7 plus 3 will be 10. This means x is equal to 10 upon 2 equal to 5. So this 5 you can keep in either of the equation. You can keep this 5 here, or you can keep this 5, substitute 5 in the first equation. So if you substitute 5 in the first equation, you will get 5 plus y is equal to 7. So this implies that y will be equal to 7 minus 5 equal to 2. So if x is 5 and y is 2, so this means x into y will be equal to 5 into 2 is 10. If x is 5, so x square will be 25. 5 square is 25, and y square, 2 square is 4. So this will be equal to 29. So like this you can do. This is one way, one method of doing it. Okay. And where's the duster? And if you want to do it using expansions, okay, then it is also possible. You square the first equation, it will be x square plus 2xy plus y square, 7 square will be 49. Okay, square the second equation, you will get x square minus 2xy plus y square is equal to 9. So now what you can do is that you can find out the value of x square plus y square. Let us suppose you find the value from the second equation. So second equation means that you want to say x square plus y square is equal to 9 plus 2xy. Now you can keep this value in the first equation. So we will get Instead of x square plus y square, you can write 9 plus 2xy. 9 plus 2xy. And then you are having plus 2xy already there. And this will be equal to 49. So this means you want to say that 4 times of xy will be equal to 49 minus 9. That is equal to 40. This means you want to say that xy will be equal to 10. Same as we have determined previously. Xy equal to 10. So like this way also you can do. And then if xy is equal to 10, then you can make the substitution. If xy is equal to 10, you can keep here. I mean here you can keep. This will be equal to 9 plus 2 times of xy. Xy is 10. So this will be equal to 9 plus 20 equal to 29. As we have determined previously. So like this way also you can do. Question number 8. I am not going to solve because there are a lot of questions in this exercise, and also this is because this is very simple. We have solved previously questions like this. So you are having a plus b equal to 8 and ab has been given. So if you take square on both sides, it will be a square plus 2ab plus b square. ab you already know. So if you are having something like this, a square plus 2ab plus b square. So this a square plus b square you have to find, and ab you already know, and this will be equal to 8 square is 64. So just you have to substitute the value 12 here, and then you can find out. Okay, so please do it on your own. And next is you have to find difference between a and b. So difference, let us do it like this, a minus b. Okay, so now find square of it. If you find square of it, this will be equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. And a square plus b square, you can solve here. And from here you can substitute the value. And ab, you already know. And then you are having square here. So if you take it on the other side, will be under root. So whatever value you get here, you substitute it. Okay. So if for the a part answer is 40, so this will be 40 minus 2ab. ab is 12. So 12 into 2 is 24. So we will be getting here 40 minus 24. We will get here 16. This will be equal to 4. Okay. Now do not think of using here plus minus. Basically we have to find the difference between a and b. So difference means we can denote it with this sign, tilde sign. So if you are having plus 4, that is a is bigger, or you are getting minus 4, if b is bigger, it doesn't make any difference. Difference in both the cases will be 4 itself. Okay. So that is why they are giving answer 4. So here the correct answer will be 4. You do not need to write plus or minus 4. Plus 4, difference is 4. If you are getting minus 4, then also difference is 4. You are asked to find out the difference. So difference will be 4 itself. Now let us take up the next question. Question number 9. So this equation is given x square plus 4x minus 1 is equal to 0. And we have to find the value of x plus 1 upon x. And also we have to find the value of x square plus 1 upon x square. So here you can see that you are having x in denominator. Whereas in this equation, you are not having any denominator. So what you can do is, the equation that has been given to you, divide both sides by x. Then you will have x in the denominator. So x square plus 4x minus 1 upon x. Dividing both sides by x will not make any difference to this equation. We are dividing both sides. So here you can separately write the denominators. So it will be x square by x plus 4x upon x minus 1 upon x, and here you will be having 0. 0 upon x will be 0 only. So now here this power will cancel. This x you will cancel. So you will get here x square upon x, you will get x. So this will be plus 4 minus 1 upon x is equal to 0. This means you want to say that x minus 1 upon x will be equal to minus 4. Okay. So this is one thing. X minus 1 upon x is equal to minus 4. So you can find the square of both sides. If you find the square of both sides, this is a. You can imagine this term to be a. and 1 upon x to be b. If you find a square of both sides, you will get a square, it is x square minus 2 times of a is x, 1 upon x like this, 2 times ab, so 2 times x multiplied by 1 upon x minus 4 square. If you find out square, it will be 16. Square of minus 4 as well as 4 both are 16. Oh sorry, I forgot one term. X square minus 2 times ab plus this square also, I forgot to write. Okay, now minus 4 square will be 16. So how you will get this x cancel out, so you will get x square plus 1 upon x square. This minus 2 if you take from left to right, it will become plus. 16 plus 2 you will get 18. So here x square plus 1 upon x square will be 18. So now if you find out x plus 1 upon x whole square, making use of the expansion, this will be x square plus 2 times x into 1 upon x plus 1 upon x whole square. It will be 1 upon x whole square will be 1 upon x square. So x square plus 1 upon x square we have determined, it will be 18. So you can substitute the values. This x will cancel, plus 2 you will get 20. So what will be x plus 1 upon x? If you take square root on both sides, this will be equal to under root 20. This side, if you take square root, you will have to take square root this side also. This square will cancel with this radical sign, because the radical sign means power 1 upon 2. So if you solve it, it will be 1 upon 2 multiplied by 2. So directly you can cancel like this, and here you will get under root 20. So x plus 1 upon x, answer will be under root 20. Okay, so this is the first part. They have given a plus 1 upon a equal to 5. We have to find difference between a and 1 upon a. So okay, let us find the square of both sides. If you square both sides, you will get here a square plus 1 upon a square plus 2 times a into 1 upon a equal to 5 square will be 25. Okay, so this a you can cancel out like this. You will get a square plus 1 upon a square. 2 if you transfer from left to right, it will be minus. So 25 minus 2 you will get 23. So this is one conclusion. Now we have to find difference. So let us do it like this: a minus 1 upon a. Let us take square of it. You will get a square minus 2 times a into 1 upon a plus 1 upon a square will be 1 upon a square. So this a square plus 1 upon a square you can get from here. Value you have determined 23. This will be equal to 23. This a will cancel, minus 2. You will get 21. Again, if you take square root on both sides, here you will get a minus 1 upon a. This will be equal to under root 21. This side you will get under root 21. So for the first part, the difference will be under root 21. Again, it will not be plus minus under root 21, because difference will be under root 21 only. So if you find out the difference between, let us say, 1 and 5. So if you do 1 minus 5, you will get minus 4. But if you find out the difference between 5 and 1, you will get 5 minus 1 equal to 4. In both the cases, the absolute value is 4 itself. The difference is 4. So for the first part, your answer will be under root 21. So that is why you won't see here plus minus. It will be plus only. Where is the duster? This is our question. X square plus y square they have given, x y they have given. We have to find this thing. So open the bracket, expand it. It will be 2 times of x square plus 2xy plus y square plus, open the bracket, x square minus 2xy plus y square. So this will be 2 times x square plus 4 times of xy plus 2 times of y square. It is 2 like this, plus x square minus 2xy plus y square. So this will be 2 plus 1, 3 times of x square. Okay, then for y also it will be like this only, plus 3 times of y square. 4 minus 2 will be 2 times of xy. So here you can take 3 common, insert a bracket. You will get 3 times of x square plus y square plus 2xy. X square plus y square is here, so it will be 3 times of 34 plus 2 times. This is a mixed fraction converted into proper fraction. It will be 10 into 2, 20 plus 1, 21 upon 2, like this. So this is 102 plus 21. So this will be 3 and 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, what answer? 1, 2, 3. Isn't it? So they are teaching us counting, isn't it? So this next question, question number 11. Now question number 11, read the language carefully. Expand the squares of trinomials. Okay, so here you are reading a term trinomial. Now in case you do not know what is a trinomial, then I will recommend you the video that we have uploaded previously, that I had referred to in this video itself, that we have uploaded previously a video covering all the basics and definitions. What is a degree, what is a coefficient, what is a term, what is the expression, what is a monomial, what is a binomial, what is trinomial, what is multinomial. All of these bases we have covered. In case you do not know what is trinomial, please see that video. It means, of course I will tell you what is trinomial. Trinomial means having 3 terms. But in case you do not know trinomial, it means that you do not know basic definitions. Please see that video, it will be very helpful for you. So trinomial, it means you are having 3 terms. And then read the question, expand the squares. So what is the square? It will be 1 minus a square. So this square, they mean like this. And then they are saying expand it. Expand means that remove these brackets. So it is the question, expand the squares of trinomials. This is part F. So there are 6 parts and all the parts are based on one simple expansion. Okay, so what is that expansion? Like this, a plus or minus b plus or minus c whole square. So how you will expand it? So if you expand it, you will get a square plus b square plus c square plus 2. Inside you will get the bracket AB plus BC plus AC. Now inside the bracket you have to be very careful regarding the sign. That is, if A is plus and B is plus, it will be plus AB. But if A is plus and B is minus, then you will have to put here minus sign. If B is plus and C is plus, you will get plus BC. But if B is minus, C is minus, then also plus. But if B is minus, C is plus, then you will get here minus. But if B is plus, C is minus, that is sign are different, then you will get here minus. So inside the bracket you have to be careful regarding the signs. Outside the bracket we are having plus b, it will be b square. You are having minus b, then also b square. It doesn't make any difference whatsoever. But inside the bracket here, for these terms a, b, b, c, a, c, please be very careful about the signs. I have written here a, b plus b, c plus a, c. But I am also giving you this important point to note, that we have to write according to the proper sign. Okay, so be careful regarding the signs. So now if you know this expansion, you can very easily do all the parts. I will do only one part here, that is the F part, the last part. So this is the square. Let us expand it. So this will be, this is your first term, this is second term, this is your third term. So first term square will be 1 only. This term square will be a square. Third term square will be a raised to power 4. Without worrying about sign, just write here plus sign. because it doesn't make any difference. You are finding square of it. Right here, plus 2. Now inside the bracket, be very careful about the sign. First term, second term, product, you can see dissimilar sign, plus minus, so it will be minus. What will be the answer? 1 multiplied by a. Then second term, third term, signs are same, minus multiplied by minus, you will get plus. A multiplied by a square will be a raised to power 3. Then first term and last term signs are different, so here you will have minus. 1 multiplied by a square, so this will be a raised to power 4 plus a raised to power 2 a square plus 1 plus 2 multiplied by minus a, minus 2a plus 2a cube minus 2a square. So this will be a raised to power 4, then plus 2 raised to power 3, then plus a square minus, so this will be minus a square minus 2a plus 1. This will be your answer. Okay, so question number 12, this is A actually. So again you can see 3 terms inside bracket and you have to find the square. So this question is based on the expansion as we have discussed previously. Suppose you are having something like this, a plus b plus c whole square, I mean plus minus plus minus. So outside the bracket when you expand it, outside the bracket means like this, these 3 terms. Do not worry about the sign because you are finding a square. So it is plus b plus c minus c, doesn't make any difference. It will be like this only. But then write 2 here, and now inside the bracket here you will be getting 3 terms for which you have to be very specific about the sign. In case a and b are having different algebraic sign, then this will be minus. In case b and c sign is same, you will get plus, but if the signs are different, that is plus b minus c or plus c minus b, then you will have to write here minus sign, plus minus ac. Okay, so both the question you can do very easily if you understand this, if you have understood this expansion. I will be doing only one part and I am leaving the other part for you. So for this, how you will do? First you write a square plus 4b square plus 9c square. Okay, now write plus 2. Now a and first term and second term, you can see signs are different, so we will get here minus. It will be 2ab. Then here b and c signs are same, minus and minus, so it will be plus 6bc. Now first and third term, you can see signs are different, plus and minus, so it will be minus 3ac. Okay, now if you expand this, that is you remove the bracket here, you will get 4a square plus 9b square plus c square plus 2 inside bracket. First and second term same signs, so you can write here plus 6ab. Then second and third term signs are different, so it will be minus 3bc. First and third term signs are different, so it will be minus 2ac. Now here for this last bracket, it will be 9 times a square plus b square plus 4 times c square plus 2 inside bracket. Signs are different, so it will be minus 3ab. Signs are different, it will be minus 2bc. Signs are same, it will be plus 6ac. So now if you add all these 3, because there you can see sign of addition, so here it will be addition. Then a plus 4a plus 9a, 9 and 1 10 and 4 14, you will get 14 times of a square, isn't it? 9 plus 1 10 and 4 14. For b square, 4 and 9 13 and 1 14 plus 14 times of b square. 9 plus 1 10 and plus 14 again 14 times c square. Okay, then here if you open the bracket, so this is minus 4ab. Let me open the bracket. It will be minus 4ab. This will be 6 and 2 12. This will be 3 and 2 6. Okay, so it will be like this, minus 4ab. So this will be 6 and 2 12 times ab. Then this will be minus 6. This will be minus 4. This will be minus 6ab. This will be minus 4. This will be 12 times ABC. So now for AB, 12. This is minus 6 minus 4. So 6 and 4 10. 12 minus 10 is 2 plus 2 times AB. Plus 12 BC. 6 and 4 10. So 12 minus 10 is 2 plus 2 BC. Minus 6 minus 4. This is minus 10. Minus 10 and plus 12 will be plus 2 times of AC. So this will be your answer. Similarly, you can do the first part. It is very easy. That is why I am not doing. Let us do the next question. Okay, so for question number 13 also there are 3 parts, and all 3 are based on the same concept, same expansion that we have discussed. That is, inside bracket you are having 3 terms and you are trying to find the square of it. So you will have a square plus b square plus c square without worrying about sign. Then you have to write plus 2. Now inside bracket you have to worry about sign. So as we discussed previously, nothing high for the high voltage here. So I am not going to do part number A and C, but I am going to do only one part. It is part number B. So rest you can do easily. So this has been given, a plus b minus c is equal to 7. So find square of both sides, that is squaring on both sides. So we will get like this, a plus b minus c whole square will be equal to 7 square. 7 square will be 49. So for this thing, so these 3 terms you can write without worrying about sign. Now plus 2. Now inside bracket you have to worry about sign. A and B same signs, so write it like this only. B and C signs are different, it will be minus BC. A and C signs are different, it will be minus AC. So this will be a square plus b square plus c square plus 2. Now this value you are already, it has already been given in the question. AB minus BC minus AC is 14. So you can directly write here 14. Okay. So now the entire thing is equal to 49. This is also equal to 49. So a square plus b square plus c square will be 49. This is 28. Take 28 from left to right, it will be minus 28. You will get 21. So here your answer will be 21. Okay. Similarly, like this you can also do part number A and C. In your textbook it has been mentioned that this question has been asked previously in ICSE board examination 1991. So 1991 is a sort of historic. 1991 means last century, but nevertheless it may be asked again. Also similar question you can expect in your exams also. Do 13 part A and C on your own. B we have solved. Okay, next question. So once again similar problem. We are having 3 terms. If you take square on both sides, it will be x plus y plus z whole square. 12 square will be 144. Now you should know how to open this bracket. This expansion we have discussed many times. You will be having x square plus y square plus z square, so that will be equal to 44 plus 2 times inside bracket signs are same, so we'll get xy plus yz plus zx. So xy, this only you have to find, is equal to 144. So your answer will be this thing. So 144, if you transfer 44 from left to right, it will be minus 144 minus 44, you will get 100. 2 Here you are multiplying, on the other side you will have to divide. So if you take 2 on the other side, you will have to divide by 2, so you will get answer 50. Okay, next question, question number 15. Okay, so now this is question number 15. Now one important point is that in case you have not yet, till now you have not pressed the like button, then please do press it, write some comments. These things motivate me. So this is very important. In case till now you have not done it, then please do it now before proceeding any further. Okay, and subscribe the channel, enable the notification. That is very important. It is for your benefit only I am saying. So please do press like button. That is very important. Okay, so now let us proceed. Question number 15. You will see here that it is having 6 parts. Now there is a hint before you are trying to solve. Before you try to solve this question, see carefully that inside the bracket, the first term in both the bracket is same. For example, here x and x. Similarly, for the second part, you can see a and a. In the third part, x and x. In the fourth part, a and a. In the fifth part, 3x, 3x. And in the last part, 4x, 4x. Okay, the second term may be different. Second term is, why maybe second term is different? Plus 2 plus 5, you are having minus 4 minus 7 plus 1 minus 8. So second term is different. First term in both the bracket is same. So this, by seeing it, you should be able to recall the expansion in your mind, that it is something like you are trying to do x plus a into x plus b. See here, the first term in both the bracket is x. The second term is different. So for this particular case, you are having expansion like this. It will be x square plus x. Inside bracket you have to write a and b along with their proper signs. So this is a plus b. You can write it like this. And outside bracket it will be a into b with proper sign. So capital plus a into plus b. It will be plus ab. But suppose you were having something like this, x minus a into x plus b. Then the first term will be x square only. Okay, for the second term you have to write with proper algebraic signs. Inside the bracket it will be minus a plus b, and then you have to multiply minus a with plus b, plus minus it will be minus ab. Suppose you are having something like this, x plus a into x minus b. Then how you will do? The first term in both the cases is same, x and x. So it will be here x square plus x into, inside bracket you have to write proper sign, plus a minus b. It is a minus b. And then you have to multiply, plus multiplied with minus ab. Suppose you are having minus here, x minus a multiplied by x minus b. Then how you will do it? First term will be x square plus x. Inside bracket write a and b. That is the second term with proper algebraic sign. Minus a minus b. Like this. Minus a and then minus b. Multiply the second term. Minus a multiplied by minus b. Minus minus will be plus ab. So these are the expansions on which they framed this question. It is having so many parts, 6 parts. So I will do the last part, leaving the other parts for you as an exercise. So let us take this part, 4x minus y into 4x plus 2y. So first term will be 16x square, isn't it? 4x whole square will be 16x square plus x. What is x here? You should be careful. X here is 4x. Do not write x. It is 4x. Remember, the first term we are taking as x. Here the first term is 4x. And then inside bracket, write the second term with proper algebraic sign. It will be minus y plus 2y. And lastly, you have to multiply. Minus y multiplied with plus 2y. It will be minus 2y square. So this will be 16x square. Inside bracket you will be having plus y. 2y minus y will be plus y. okay, and y multiplied with x, so this will be 4xy. So here I am writing 4xy minus this 2y square. This will be your answer for the last part. Okay, so like this you have to do all the parts. Let us take one more. Why not? Okay, let us take this one, fourth one. A square, first term square will be a square. Okay, now then it will be plus x. X here is a, that is the first term. Inside bracket write the second term with proper sign, minus 3 plus 2, and lastly last term will be minus 3 multiplied with plus 2. Minus into plus is minus, so it will be minus, and 3 into 2 is 6. So here you will get minus 1. Minus 3 plus 2 will be minus 1. Minus 1, so plus minus you will get minus a, like this, and this will be your minus 6. So like this you can do. If the expansion is clear to you, then the entire thing you can do orally also. It's very easy. Okay, so question number 16, there are three parts, A, B, C. So this question is a bit different. It is important also. What happens is that sometimes you are not able to directly make use of any expansion that you have learned so far, but with slight rearrangements in whatever has been given to you in the question, you can rewrite the given question in such a manner that you can make use of the expansions that you have learned. So for example, we will see that here you are having a multiplication and you cannot make use of expansion a plus minus b plus minus c whole square because it is not a square. Okay, so for this question is the best hint is read the question properly. Okay, what they are saying, write as perfect square. Write as perfect square. This is the question, and in each one of these you can see three terms, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. There are three terms. So obviously you will have to make use of expansion like this. If you are having two terms inside bracket and you try to find a perfect square of this, then when you open the bracket you will get a square plus minus 2ab plus b square. That means this question is based on this expansion. It is very simple to, you can very easily reason out. This is a simple reasoning. You want to find a perfect square and in the expansion you are having three terms, so something based on this expansion. This is straightforward. So now let us try to find out, the question is that how to find out this a and b. Okay, that is the question, but this thing should be in your mind, that what you have to do. Now take the first part. What is written? 4x square plus 4x plus 1. How to find a and b? So here again you will have to use your reasoning. Remember, this is compared with a square plus 2ab. Okay, so now for question number 18, the basic issue is that how to find from an expression whether it is a perfect square or not. This we have to determine by seeing an expression. Okay, so let us imagine that we are having an expression like this: a square plus 2ab plus b square. Now, is this expression a perfect square? Yes, it is a perfect square, you know, because you know that it can be written in this form, like this. Now, if I make it like this, then also it is a perfect square because you can write it in this manner. Irrespective of whatever be the value of so here we have to fill in the blank so that this expression is a perfect square. As you have seen in the previous question that there is a way to find out whether expression is a perfect square or not. And in case, for example, in question number 18, some part when the expression was not a perfect square, we have seen that how we can make it a perfect square. So this question is similar to that. It has been given that this is a perfect square if you fill in the blank properly. Okay, so once again you will see that there are three terms here, 1, 2 and 3. There are three terms. So in case you are having three terms and it is a perfect square, that means you should think of this expansion. You should be thinking in this terms of this expansion. A plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab